Today's video is going to be all about the Smoov. And if you don't know what the Smoov is and you're watching this video, well, hopefully it's helpful to you. But the Smoov is a power assist device that goes on the back of a manual wheelchair. And so I'm just going to explain basically my thoughts on it, how I learned how to use it, because it was not very easy, and what I think about it. My name's Olivia. I was born with a rare genetic condition.
We're losing the battle.
My suffering does not define me. With every battle I face, I am made stronger through faith. And free! Yeah! As I mentioned in this video, we're going to be talking about the Smoov. And so here I already have it hooked onto the back of my wheelchair. I wish I could explain how to do that and how that was done, but I don't know how to do it, because I got my Smoov through New Motion, a wheelchair supply, I don't want to say company, but a wheelchair supply service, I should say. And I actually don't know if this was supplied by my insurance, if my insurance paid for it, or if vocational rehabilitation paid for it, because my wheelchair was paid for by my insurance. However, it was extremely hard to, possibly even impossible, to get the power assist approved by my insurance. I don't know. I believe I do have the paper in. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, seeing how there are no insurance papers in here, I believe that the power assist was covered by vocational rehabilitation. And I will put more information about vocational rehabilitation in the description box down below, because they are extremely helpful. As I said, my manual wheelchair got approved by my insurance, and my doctor ordered that. They came out and did measurements. I have a whole video on that. I'll put the little bar up above. But yeah. So I had my manual wheelchair for a while, and then I just got the power assist, and I've now had it for about a week to 2 weeks. And so New Motion, the service that supplied my power assist and my wheelchair, came out, and they basically just installed it. And then I guess I was supposed to have somebody from vocational rehabilitation come out here the day that they installed my power assist, but the dates got mixed up, and so I was left with the power assist. Did not know that book rehab was supposed to be coming, and did not know how to use it, and I kept trying to figure out how to use it. And unfortunately, this book is very confusing because it has so many languages in it, and English is not the first language in here. And since English is my first language, and the first language in here seems to be Dutch, I had to kind of dig for the English. And even then, this book just wasn't very helpful. Because the problem that I was experiencing, I ended up finding out, was an error that was not listed in the list of errors here in the book, if that makes sense. But yeah, so the guy comes out and he installed this. It is kind of heavy, I will say that. However, it is not as heavy as a power wheelchair, so I still get the luxury, I don't know how to say that, I still get the perks, I should say, of having a lightweight wheelchair, and being able to remove the power assist. Now, the part that New Motion came out and put on here for me was this, and basically it's just like a little mount that he put on my wheelchair axle, and I can take this on and off, which is really nice. And then the only other thing that was put on my wheelchair, I don't know, I can't find words today. The only other part that was put on my wheelchair was this, and this is the mount, or bracket I should say, for the control. And that goes on there like that. And then to take it off, there's a button under here, and it just comes off. So, the part that I was having difficulty with when I got this Smoov was it wasn't charging properly, or it wasn't even working. But it seemed to be a charging problem, and it wasn't. I'm just gonna set that stuff on my bed for now, so it's out of the way. And so this comes with one charger, and it is plugged in right now, so I can't tug on it too much, but this part's pretty self-explanatory, but wasn't when I tried to do it. Now, what happened when I was trying to use this after charging it, because when I received the Smoov, it was dead. So I charged it. To charge it, you just plug in, well, there's a larger box, but you plug in this part as well. Once it's done charging, it'll beep at you. But when you plug in the drive unit, you can also plug in the control unit. And this is how you charge it. It just has this part that connects to the main charger, and then this part, which you remove this little rubber piece, hopefully y'all can see that, and you connect it to the control unit. And that's really nice because this way all of it can just charge at once. Now when it's done charging, as you saw, it will beep at you, and it's beeping at me because it has a full charge already. And so when it's done, you want to unplug everything because it does come with a lithium battery, which is also why it comes with a drained battery. Because if you know about lithium batteries, they're pretty dangerous. You have to be careful. You have to follow the instructions carefully. I actually had somebody in my neighborhood recently who had a hoverboard. A lot of those, or maybe even all of them, are made out of lithium batteries. Well, I guess they left it plugged in for too long, and it already had a full battery, and their house caught fire. And that was just around the block for me, so I've been extra careful. This little plug is kind of difficult to get back on. Okay. But yeah, so just be careful with the charging. Once it beeps, it's done charging. You'll also know, just because it has little bars on it that indicate whether it has 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars. You know, once the bars are full and it's green, it's charged, just like a phone or any other device. And then you just put these little rubber plugs back on. You can choose to unplug the main charger unit from the wall or wherever you have it charged or plugged into if you would like, but you don't have to unplug that part. Anyways, so this is what it looks like from this end, and I don't know if y'all will be able to see this. Yeah, this is what it looks like from right there. So this is the power button, and here the battery life. So it came in this box, which really I just used to set the main charger on, because the charger is connected to a box, and then it has the part that extends and plugs into the wall. The box is what I set on here, and that has a little blue light that stays on, and then it has a light that's green once it's fully charged, and I believe it's yellow before it turns green. I don't know if it turns red. Have not seen that from it. But yeah, this box basically just is useless now. Like I said, I use it for the box on the back, on the end of the charger. Okay. So I also want to explain a little bit about why I have a Smoov instead of the smart drive. Because initially my doctor had ordered a smart drive for me, but when the guy came out to take measurements for my wheelchair and all of that, and actually it was when my wheelchair arrived, I believe is when it was. When he came out to adjust my wheelchair for me as it was first arriving, he was telling me that it was a good thing that my smart drive did not get approved, because now I had a chance with Vogue Rehab to get a Smoov, which is a lot safer, especially for people with EDS. I mean, for anyone. However, it's a lot easier to use, I should say, for EDS. It's a lot safer for everyone. But the reason being is there's no watch that you have to wear to tap on your leg. I was hearing from like my assistive technology person that came out to deliver my wheelchair. He was telling me that people were getting thrown off of their wheelchairs because it was getting mixed signals or something, or because of their movement. And also the thing was just very finicky, he said. So, oh, and for people with EDS, the motion of like hitting your leg was just not good on EDS joints. So, I'm glad that I got the Smoov. I heard it's a lot easier to use, and people really enjoy it a lot more. So, this is how it hooks on. You do have to be pulling up on this handle, which is kind of difficult because, like I said, it's not very light. So once you get that on there, you want to actually check it to make sure it's on there just by tugging on it and maybe lifting up to make sure it's mounted properly on the bracket. And after getting it onto the bracket, you have to have this mounted on the bracket on your wheelchair as well, because it won't go if it's not mounted, or at least that's what the instructions say. However, I've seen differently and I've experienced different. But once you have this on here, you just turn it on by pressing the on button. It beeps, it lights up, and then you take this. Oh, and I'll show you how to turn this on before I put it on there. So, not sure if y'all saw that. Oh yeah, also, when you turn this off, the whole thing turns off. Or I think it actually, what they said is it goes into sleep mode. So the green light is still on, but the indication for like the battery life is off. So I believe it's still on, it's just in sleep mode. But I guess like to wake it up, you just use this, and if y'all saw, this blinks blue, and then the green turns on, and then this whole thing lights up. Now what was happening when I first got this, and it was having an error that wasn't in the list of errors in the book, is that the blue light was the only thing that was on. And then there was nothing else. Or no, the blue light would turn on, the green light would turn on afterwards, and then the battery life wasn't showing, so I thought it wasn't charged. I charged it, it was not working, and read through the book, turned off all Bluetooth in the house, like literally did everything to try and get this thing to work. I checked the app was saying that the control unit was dead, and that was the reason it wasn't working, but it wasn't dead. I had already charged it. So not sure what was going on with it, but just a heads up if that happens to you, it's not in the book, and I don't know how to fix it because the next day it was just working. So, yeah, okay. Also, something to note, if this wheel is turned, this will not go. The battery light blinks and it won't go because it's a safety feature. Basically, it prevents people from getting tossed off their chair if they're in a turn or something like that. So it'll slow down once you turn, and then it should go back to the speed that you had it at, unless you took like a very tight turn. Then it throws off the speed and you have to basically just get it back up to speed again, which is pretty easy. And to make it go, you just turn the knob. To make it stop, you press it. Super, super easy. I really, really wish that I had my Jeep right now. My Jeep isn't in the shop for like the third time in the past 3 months. Because I really wanted to show y'all how this works at Walmart. And I really wanted to try it out at Walmart. But because my Jeep is in the shop, I can't show y'all how it works at Walmart. I can show you how it works sitting here. And I can show you how it works inside the house, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so because it is nighttime outside and I'm inside the house, the lighting is a little bit funny, and it's a little bit loud out here because my family, but I'll show you what it looks like to use from my perspective, and then I'll show you what it looks like to use out of the chair, or I guess looking at it from outside of the chair. From my perspective, this is how it looks, and I didn't realize this is probably what this looked like when it was far away from the camera. I could not see. And so to use this, all I do is... Oh, whoops. This is going to be a little bit difficult because I'm sitting in the chair and I still have to obviously steer. But that's how it works. And then to go back, I have to straighten out that wheel in the back because, like I said, that's a safety feature. Once I get that wheel as straight as possible, which seems like it's straight because it's going. I'm gonna wreck. Obviously holding the camera with the other hand. So that's how it works. And it got me over this little ledge right here too, which is usually a little bit difficult to get over. Yeah, for me to show you what it looks like outside of the chair, I'm gonna have my little sister show y'all what it looks like. But also, if you're confused why I'm walking or how I'm walking and you're new to my channel, I have Ehlers Danlos Syndrome and POTS, so I don't rely on my wheelchair 24/7. I use it as needed, and especially for a lot of walking, and that's why this power assist is super nice. This is not the most professional video ever, but it's realistic, and this is my little sister down the hallway now using my wheelchair, well, not my wheelchair, using my power assist for the first time ever. And I will show you what it looks like from the outside. So when it's blinking, Lola, that means that that wheel is turned, the wheel in the back. If it's not blinking anymore, then it's fine. You still have to steer though. Is it blinking? You still have to steer, Lola. And press the button if it starts to go too fast. It's not gonna keep going when you're turning all over the place.
Let's go fast.
No, press stop! Press stop! Press stop! So basically,
ready? Watch
as
me
you
do.
saw, you better not run into anything. So as you saw, like when she turned, as she was trying to steer away from me so she didn't hit me.
Ready?
I do want to talk about a few last things, a few last minute things, and that is the app. Oh. So, obviously had to cut out the part where it entered my PIN. You do have to set up a PIN when setting up the app. That way, nobody can control your Smoov for you. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. That would be a pretty cruel thing to do. As you heard something turned on or off, haven't really paid too much attention to that. There's different modes you can put it in. There's eco mode, there's tour mode, there's sport mode, and there's my mode. So I don't know what the different modes do because I haven't really explored all of that. However, I do know that I can turn this off with the touch of a button. And I can also track time and distance. Basically, I just start the trip and it will track how long I've been using it, which might be good for like the battery, but probably not actually, because pretty sure the battery life depends on your speed. You can track trip distance, your speed, max speed, all of that. I think the max speed that it goes is 6 miles per hour, which I've heard that it can go, like the app is more useful in other countries, but in the United States, it's not super useful, at least is what the AT guy told me once he did finally come, because they did end up coming like 2 days later. But yeah, it's more useful in other countries because you can apparently go at faster speeds, I guess, and the modes make more of a difference. I heard that the modes don't really make a difference. Like I said, I have not explored all of that. Also, there's auto speed on here. It does say that it's not available. You have to buy the article. So apparently you have to pay for some elements in the app if you want to use the app, which I don't intend on doing that unless I find out otherwise, that the app is a little bit more useful than maybe I first thought, or maybe I was first told. Anyways, that's about it. That's all there is to it. Charging, use, safety, all of that, the app. So far I really enjoy it. I haven't really got to use it in real life, like out at the grocery store. I will more so be using it for longer trips. The grocery store I usually don't spend too long at, and especially if it's a day where you need to use my wheelchair, then I will just be doing curbside pickup. I do that a lot more because it's free and I can get as many items as I would like, and I don't have a basket for my wheelchair, so I kind of have to strategically place everything. So it's a little bit tricky when going grocery shopping in my wheelchair. However, like if I want to go to a theme park with my family, it's really, really helpful for that. I heard that the battery life is really long, like the AT guy said like a couple days. When I go to school on campus, it will be really, really helpful. Right now all my classes are online. But other than that, that's all I have for this video. Sorry, I keep saying that's all. But hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not yet subscribed, then hit that subscribe button And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and hit that bell notification sign if you would like to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Bye!